So Mike, today we saw the announcement of GIP's purchase of about $4 billion in assets from Chesapeake Energy. What's the reaction to that deal been in Houston?
Chesapeake had about a $12 billion shortfall, I think some people had estimated, in the amount of capital they need to address their capital needs this year, and they also need to pay down some debt. And so I think this is a way of helping to address some of those capital needs that they've got. And since GIP already owned a significant piece of Chesapeake Midstream, they were the obvious buyer. They like the infrastructure play. They're comfortable with it, and so it was a relatively easy transaction to get across the finish line in a short period of time, which I think helps address some of the uncertainty about Chesapeake. And I think that the issue will be, how is that MLP going to be managed on a go-forward basis, and what do they do now that they will have all of the assets from Chesapeake, and they don't have a sponsor really that's necessarily tied to them to help build the infrastructure.
And what may the next couple of weeks and months hold for Chesapeake, which has obviously seen a lot of challenges?
Well, I think Chesapeake's going to be trying to find more assets to sell. They've got several packages that are out there now being marketed, from what I hear, of upstream properties. I think one package was announced yesterday. They're also trying to sell their Michigan assets, 340,000 net acres, I think, was what the estimate was. And they need more capital, and so they're still, even with $4 billion, which is a huge amount of money, I think they need another $8 billion or so to help fill the hole they've got to make ends meet this year, and that just addresses the needs for this year.